We don't know that there's any association or formal relationship between the suspect or the victims. There was no words that were spoken before the attack took place. It was just a violent, unprovoked attack by the suspect.
We finally have a step-by-step breakdown of the deadly attack at a South Congress Avenue shopping center on Friday morning. From the first call from Menu Coffee to when the suspect, Dylan Woodburn, jumped off the roof of Freebirds, takes less than 30 minutes.
The first call came in at 7:49. It's regarding Woodburn yelling at people, threatening them with a rock in hand. The first officer arrives 20 minutes later. By then, Woodburn had already attacked someone, and people are trying to hold him down inside.
As the officer tries to handcuff him, he loses control of his duty belt, and Woodburn gets away. At 8:11 in the morning, he is seen running behind Freebirds. We now know this is when he stabs two people, leaving one of them, Jonathan Aguilar, dead. A short time later, Woodburn gets on the roof of the building and jumps off. We are learning more about Dylan Woodburn's mental state prior to Friday morning's tragic stabbing.
KXAN investigator Kevin Clark is live in Northwest Austin after looking into Woodburn's other run-ins with police. Kevin, what'd you find?
Yeah, we looked into Woodburn's criminal history and found just one other arrest here in Austin. It stemmed from an incident here at this fire station. On research, firefighters recalled the September crime vividly to me before I could even ask about it, and it also shed some light into Woodburn's frame of mind. Dylan Woodburn is known to Austin police, and very recently, a few months ago, he was arrested for the burglary of an Austin fire station after being found in the locker room with an APD radio and a firefighter's shoes on his feet. His affidavit says he had rapid speech and appeared to be intoxicated, and that he admitted to using meth that day. Woodburn also told police, "I'm sorry, something took over. I saw the radio, I saw a book, I saw the shoes. I was looking for truck keys." Court documents from that time list Woodburn's address as the Integral Care Facility on Airport Boulevard, where he apparently was staying for 2 weeks prior to his arrest. Integral Care supports people living with mental illness and substance abuse disorders, as well as those with intellectual disabilities. Documents also showed him working as a cook at a local bowling alley, but when we checked, employees there said no one named Dylan Woodburn had worked there in the last 3 years. Woodburn is not from Austin, and police on Saturday said he was homeless.
We don't know what his motive is at this time. We are seeking information from any family or friends or associates of Mr. Woodburn that might have known him during his time here in Austin.
This is a mugshot from Harris County in May 2017. Woodburn was charged and found guilty of making a terroristic threat. We're working to find out the nature of that crime. Later that year, he was also arrested as part of a prostitution sting, but that charge was later thrown out. And while Woodburn was in fact homeless, the Salvation Army says he never stayed at their shelter. Front Steps could not confirm whether he ever stayed at the Arch. Kevin Clark, KXAN News.
Kevin, thanks. As part of our team coverage, KXAN's Phil Prazen has been finding out more about the victims in that Friday morning attack.
Phil, what'd you learn about the coffee shop customer was attacked?
Well, Cindy, we're learning more about what happened from Menu Coffee's perspective. In a Facebook post, they told us about AJ, the customer there that was attacked. They didn't tell us AJ's last name, but they did say he had to get 9 staples in the back of his head. AJ, according to the post, came back the day after to make sure all the employees at Menu were okay. Menu staff wrote they are the lucky ones to have AJ as part of their community. As for Jonathan Aguilar, the employee killed at Freebirds, Menu wrote they'll remember John as a friendly face and a comrade in the customer service industry who faithfully served Austin for 13 years and for his favorite drink, the Dark Knight. Police Chief Brian Madley had this to say.
We would just encourage everyone, as always, to pay attention to your own safety and the safety of those around you, to always maintain yourself in a condition where you can take care of yourself, where you can get out of an area if you need to get out of an area. If we just look beyond what happened here last week, but look at what's going on a national and international level right now, we all need to be hypervigilant these days about safety and security, especially in public spaces.
And I reached out to the Austin Police Department to find out when Woodburn jumped off that Freebirds building, to find out how fast this all happened. I also reached out with what we know now today about Woodburn's mental health history to see if there was a mental health officer on the scene when he was on the loose. As of right now, I haven't heard back on those 2 questions, but we will update you on KXAN and on KXAN.com when we get those answers. Live in Austin, Phil Prazen, KXAN News.
All right, Phil, thank you. A development in another big case that we're following for you. An arrest affidavit out today details how detectives found Heidi Broussard's body and her newborn Margot alive.
No one has been charged with murder in this case yet. Broussard's longtime friend, Megan Fieramusca, has only been charged with kidnapping them and tampering with Broussard's corpse. Today, we asked the district attorney's office why that is. We were told the DA is still exploring every appropriate charge, all the way up to capital murder. But Fieramusca's attorneys say they do not have any information from the DA regarding additional charges. They say they had requested the DA's discovery, which is the evidence prosecutors will bring forward against Fieramusca, but they say the DA's office has refused to share its discovery at this time. Travis County's website specifies that information has to be released to the defense before the indictment, unless prosecutors believe disclosing it could hinder an ongoing investigation or place a victim or witness at risk. Prosecutors have 90 days after Fieramusca's arrest to present their case to a grand jury for an indictment.